At 54 years old, Jane was at the top of her career, earning a lot of money, but paying the price in stress and a disheveled, caffeine-driven existence. One morning, she started to experience chest pain. Being a big contributor to the local hospital, she gets seen in the ER immediately. A top cardiologist saw quickly that it could be a heart attack, but when they did an ECG, that wasn't it. She was then referred to the best gastroenterologist at the hospital, who decided it must be something wrong with her stomach. He proceeded to insert a camera tube down her throat to make sure. Now, this procedure is generally safe, but in a few cases, it can lead to a punctured esophagus. Jane was among the unlucky few. She spent the next 3 weeks in critical condition and barely made it out alive, with some lasting damage to her vocal cords. Eventually, the source of her chest pains was unmasked. It all started with a bologna sandwich she ate after her early morning workout. What Jane had was a trivial case of acid reflux. Once her doctors realized that, after she almost died, they gave her some pills to treat it, but the chest pains returned, even though she followed a healthy diet that would not normally trigger acid reflux. That's because those pills, while dealing with the right condition, still didn't target the real cause of her problems. The real villain turned out to be the enormous amount of stress Jane was experiencing. Once she fixed that, her acid reflux stopped being a problem for good. Rarely, if ever, does modern medicine consider the root causes of health conditions, and far too often it only focuses on fixing the symptoms. For Jane, it was stress, but for you, it could be something totally different, just as it was for me. Until you target the root cause of your health problems, you won't be able to get back to a normal life. Nobody ever reversed their type 2 diabetes with pills or insulin. Prozac doesn't fix what might be causing stress in your life. Painkillers don't fix the cause of pain, and statins don't treat the real reason why cholesterol is building up in your arteries. Unfortunately, this missing link in modern medicine cost me 3 years of my life, and I'm sure it could be doing the same for millions of others suffering needlessly, including you, the one watching this video. Over the last 20 years, I've developed 45 protocols for 45 different health conditions that modern medicine still doesn't provide a good answer for. There are thousands of people successfully following these natural solutions, and I hope that one of them can help you or a loved one in need. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal these protocols, and you'll be able to see if one of them is the one you've been looking for. The first protocol that I ever developed helped me go from a bedridden life to the most active years of my existence. It's completely natural and perfectly safe, so there's no reason why you shouldn't try a holistic approach, especially if other methods provided only temporary relief, if any at all so far, or if you're looking for a more sustainable way to your optimum health. Even if you're in good health right now, it's wise to have these on hand, as one day they may help you or someone you care about. It doesn't matter if you're young or old, healthy or sick, rich or poor. I've seen them work for people from all walks of life in all shapes and sizes. That's because these protocols use something found at the very core of what makes us human. So please listen carefully to this free advice, as the next few minutes have the power to change the next few decades of your life. Hi, I'm Dr. Nicole Apelian. I'm a biologist and herbalist, and I've studied wild plants and natural remedies for well over 20 years. I've lived, foraged, and made herbal remedies with one of the oldest cultures on planet Earth, the San Bushmen of the Kalahari Desert. Many San still live off what the land provides in terms of food and medicine, and many of them live well to a ripe old age without ever taking pills or seeing the inside of a hospital. As you look at me right now, I probably seem fine, but little do people know that I have a terrible disease that almost ended my life. When I was just 29 years old, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. It was so shocking, as I'd led a healthy and really active life until then. Nobody ever expects to get so sick so young. MS is an incurable autoimmune condition that makes your own immune system attack the brain and spinal cord. On most days, I could barely muster the energy to crawl out of bed, and when I did, I had to use a cane or wheelchair. I lost my job, and the disease slowly separated me from the world around me. I was in constant agony. It felt like pins and needles were stabbing every inch of my body. I couldn't sleep on most nights without prescription sleeping pills, and even then I'd often wake up screaming in pain. Just imagine what your life would be like if you were in excruciating pain without a moment's rest day and night for years on end. I don't know if you've ever faced this kind of hardship, and I sincerely hope you haven't, but there's no escape from it. Sooner or later, you, like everyone else, will find yourself in some sort of situation like this. If you think about it, there are only two choices in life. Either you sit, sulk, and dwell on how unfair things are, or you try to figure out how to make a bad situation work in your favor. No matter how bleak the future might look right now, there are always things you can do to make it a little brighter. If you're dealing with a chronic disease and have lost hope, I know exactly how you feel. I was there for years. But self-pity, denial, or blindly following a path that has not worked for you is not going to help you or anyone else. I believe there are no coincidences in life, and the fact that you're watching this video is not one either. For every health problem you or a loved one are dealing with, there is a solution waiting to be explored. I hope you'll discover yours today. I ended up trying every possible medicine, Western, Eastern, mainstream, and less mainstream, only to become sicker and sicker. Nothing worked. None of the pills, supplements, or other substances were powerful enough on their own. But I didn't give up. What I didn't know then, which would ultimately change my life, is something that every living person should be aware of. In most cases, all that medicines do is help ease symptoms while giving your body time to try and fix whatever caused them. When you accidentally cut your skin, taking a painkiller won't do anything to help close the wound. If you've got the flu, fever reducers won't make your condition go away any sooner. Fever's just your body raising its own temperature to levels that can kill viruses and bacteria. And if you're dealing with something like arthritis or type 2 diabetes, methotrexate and insulin won't solve what is really causing your joints to become inflamed or your pancreas to break down. There are countless examples, and in the end, it's always your own body that does the work. Pills just help make life a little more bearable along the way. They make you less sick, but not healthy. Unfortunately, many people today live in this state of perpetual illness, just managing their symptoms, but not addressing the root cause. These protocols, on the other hand, are designed to help your body fix itself more efficiently. A good holistic protocol puts you in the perfect state, both physically and mentally, to supercharge your internal healing mechanisms. This is a lot more powerful than it sounds and the only real way of attacking the root cause of your health problems. So, after 3 years of excruciating pain, illness, and exhaustion, a feeling of deep hopelessness, and many, many failed treatments, I decided to give a more holistic approach a chance. I began by taking an IgG test. This shows you how your body and immune system react to the foods you eat. There were certain foods I was eating at the time that made my MS flare up. Just like other foods you eat now are probably hurting your body in other ways without you even realizing it. For me, it turned out to be refined carbs and gluten, but good fats were actually helping me. Taking this kind of test will help you get a better understanding of what your body needs. Every gut is different, and you need to find out what foods are doing you harm and which may help you to restore balance. I also started using specific natural remedies for my brain health. Those helped me a lot, probably just as much as something I like to call nature connection. You cannot reach an optimal healing state unless your mind is relaxed. Whenever I go out in nature, stress and negative thoughts begin to fade away, and my brain is at peace. I do this every day for at least 30 minutes. By contrast, stress and negativity can trigger and perpetuate a lot of diseases because the brain holds an enormous influence over the rest of the body. In my case, this nature connection provided the ultimate stress relief, but for you, it might turn out to be something else. It all depends on what gets your mind to relax and to disconnect from daily worries. Each day, I also take a complete multivitamin, omega-3s, liposomal B12, high-dose biotin, calcium and magnesium, alpha-lipoic acid, true niagen, and a few other supplements. I also take lion's mane, reishi, cordyceps, and turkey tail mushrooms. For me, these have worked better than any MS drug I've ever been on. Some other things that helped a lot were reducing the use of electronic devices, eating keto and gluten-free foods, detoxing regularly, and adopting more and more wild plants and natural remedies into my life. Remedies like the 4 mushroom tinctures made from lion's mane, reishi, cordyceps, and turkey tail that I take for immunity and stress relief. Or my travel pack with elderberry, usnea, and these extremely powerful medicinal plants that may be growing in your own backyard. To this day, they're all still a vital part of what I do to keep MS at bay. And besides all that, I did a lot of other things too that are now found inside my MS protocol. Many use this protocol for dozens of other autoimmune conditions as well. I detail everything someone needs to do, morning, afternoon, and evening, every day of the week to follow in my footsteps. It also includes the recipes for my natural remedies. That's how, instead of being bedridden, as I was when using the normal MS treatments, I was able to survive and thrive for 57 days straight on the History Channel's TV show Alone, defying the expectations of a lot of people, including my own doctors. I haven't actually cured my MS, and as far as I know, nothing can. It's still there, but I haven't suffered from it for a very long time, thanks to the protocol I've developed. Over time, I've refined it even further, always careful to listen to what my own body is telling me. My own recovery made me realize how powerful this approach can be. It was one of the best decisions of my life, and it spared me years of needless suffering and tens of thousands of dollars. And I'm not alone. You've probably heard of or even know someone who manages his or her condition completely naturally. People like us are all over the place. We do exist, and we're not crazy. A holistic protocol can change your life the same way it has for thousands of others. John McCrone from New Zealand was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in his early 60s. Like many other people with diabetes, John was immediately put on medication. But type 2 diabetes is a lifestyle disorder, and taking medications without specific lifestyle changes will do very little to reverse it. Holistic interventions, however, may succeed where other approaches have failed. John was able to completely reverse his condition using a natural protocol he developed, similar to the one you'll discover today. There are 3 mainstream tests used to diagnose diabetes: fasting blood glucose, A1C, and the oral glucose tolerance test. He passes all 3 with flying colors every time, even though he's been off medication for many years now. Racha Chachi woke up in a daze one morning after 13 cortisone shots into her bones, knuckles, wrists, 2 fingers, 1 elbow, and 1 thumb. Cortisone is a steroid that, in the long run, ironically weakens those already weakened ligaments and bones. Rachna was fighting with rheumatoid arthritis, and the disease was winning. That morning, she said no more. She opened up her laptop with swollen fingers as she looked for a way out of her personal health nightmare. Little by little over the years, she overcame all the hurdles and developed her own protocol to fight rheumatoid arthritis. Now, she is pain-free and not bedridden or crippled as her doctors had predicted. She's an inspiration to thousands affected by RA who followed in her footsteps. At the age of 60, Paul from New York was diagnosed with a blocked artery. His cardiologist said that he was at extreme risk of a heart attack, that surgical intervention was imminent, and that there were no alternatives. Paul decided to stay off the operating table and followed a strict heart protocol instead. A year later, a follow-up CT angiogram determined that his blockage had been reduced by 40%. 14 months later, an MRI perfusion test revealed that his artery was clear. At the time of his diagnosis, Paul could barely manage to walk up a flight of stairs without feeling pressure in his chest and getting out of breath. Now he's able to jog and has even completed half marathons. He reversed his heart disease, stunning his cardiologist, who believed surgery was the only option. But Paul proved him wrong. What these brave people and others like them have in common is that with everything on the line, they decided to think outside of the box and take their health into their own hands. By doing so, they were able to reverse conditions that modern medicine still can't, and they won their health and their lives back. What they discovered in their darkest hour could help many people in need, including you. I wanted to gather as many holistic protocols as possible and study them to better understand how they work. Then I did something that no one else has done before. I collected these holistic protocols and made them available to people who really need them. I also developed them further with the help of other herbalist and naturopathic doctors. I'm talking about a complete set of instructions that will tell you exactly what to do each day of the week, morning till evening. The best time to start following your own life-changing protocol is today. Each natural protocol I've researched and improved over the years is now ready for you inside this book. It's called The Holistic Guide to Wellness, Herbal Protocols for Common Ailments. I don't think there's a natural healing book out there that can prove more precious than this one. Throughout its color pages, you'll discover 45 holistic protocols for 45 very different health conditions plaguing our society. For each issue, you'll find specific foods, physical and mental exercises, stress relief techniques, vitamins, minerals, herbs, massages, stretches, detox, natural remedies, and a whole range of other holistic practices. If you've been looking for a more natural way to manage your health, then this is one book you should have on hand. Each protocol has a pyramid like this at the very beginning. The pyramid is divided into sections, with the bottom sections containing the things with the biggest impact for that specific problem. The protocols then go into detail in each section, showing you exactly what to do and when to do it. At the end of every protocol, you'll find a table like this one. It's a holistic recovery plan. This summarizes which actions and remedies you can take every day of the week, so you'll never be left guessing what to do next. It doesn't get any simpler than this. So by now, you're probably wondering what protocols are found inside the Holistic Guide to Wellness, Herbal Protocols for Common Ailments. The protocols you'll discover are for rheumatoid arthritis, depression, inflammatory bowel disease, Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis, Lyme disease, multiple sclerosis, pain management protocol, prostate, psoriasis and eczema, adrenal fatigue protocol, osteoporosis, vertigo and tinnitus, leaky gut, gastritis and IBS protocol, sinusitis, ulcer, kidney, liver, autoimmune protocol, thyroid protocol, including Graves' disease and Hashimoto's disease, anxiety and stress protocol, acid reflux, energy protocol, men's sexual health, women's sexual health, weight loss protocol, flu, viral and immune system, food poisoning, fungal infection, hair loss protocol, lupus, type 2 diabetes, heart health, parasite protocol, acne, candida, Alzheimer's and dementia protocol, Parkinson's, bacterial infection protocol, asthma, hemorrhoids, sleep protocol, lungs and COPD protocol, menopause, brain and nerve protocol, allergy, and anti-aging. Good health is always a temporary condition. Even if you don't suffer from one of these increasingly common ailments right now, this is still a book you should keep close by, as one day you or a loved one may need it urgently. On top of that, you could use the advice and remedies found inside for your own personal wellness. Unlike Western medicines, these protocols don't have negative side effects, so switching to a more natural approach has this very important advantage. Please don't take side effects lightly, as some of them can be very dangerous and even life-threatening. Besides that, if a crisis does hit, as it has a few times in history, and our modern medical system goes offline, this book can help you take care of your own health at home when doctors or medicine may not be available anymore. This is exactly what happened during Hurricane Katrina. A protocol like this can even save you a lot of money over the years. It can provide relief even if you can't afford medical insurance or the high costs associated with medical appointments, prescription drugs, and hospital stays. And if you know someone who's suffering from any of these conditions that these 45 holistic protocols tackle, there is no more perfect gift you could offer than something that can help them restore their health and get their old life back. Everything I've told you so far is just scratching the surface of what you'll discover inside this truly unique book. I just wish I had something like this 20 years ago when my autoimmune disease was in full swing. If you want to follow an integrated, holistic, natural approach, this is the book you want on your bookshelf. With the Holistic Guide to Wellness, Herbal Protocols for Common Ailments by your side, you'll have a complete roadmap to take care of your health at home naturally. But that's not all. If you order it now, you'll get 2 additional bonuses, usually priced at $29 each, for free. The first bonus you'll get is complete anti-inflammatory meal plans, easy recipes to heal the immune system. This book is comprised of complete 30-day meal plans that you can customize to your needs, along with shopping lists, foods to eat or avoid, and essential nutritional and health information for your every meal. Inside, you'll discover the most delicious anti-inflammatory foods that decrease your body's inflammatory response. You'll also find out about the many foods that promote inflammation, making symptoms worse. In fact, one of the most common vegetables, which you probably have in your fridge right now, is a disguised trigger for conditions such as MS, Crohn's, celiac disease, rheumatoid arthritis, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and many others. The second bonus you'll benefit from is how to make an herbal apothecary at home. In it, you'll discover complete instructions on how to make over 56 proven remedies, exact dosages, and information on how to store them for when you really need them. This comprehensive guide contains remedies for colds, flu, headaches, anxiety, arthritic pain, elevated blood sugar levels, cholesterol, back pain, migraines, infections, cuts, stomach ailments, fibromyalgia pain, heart problems, and many more. With this book, it's like having a fully stocked apothecary on hand. It's definitely the guide to follow to get you started on this road. So if you choose to place the Holistic Guide to Wellness, Herbal Protocols for Common Ailments on your bookshelf today, you'll also get these 2 exclusive bonuses that are worth at least $29 each for free, along with unlimited access to my members area and 24/7 support. Part of the health problems we encounter in our lifetime cost a lot of effort, suffering, and pain. They also cost a lot of money. whether it's expensive health insurance, co-pays, over-the-counter medications, or prescription drugs. Medicines aren't cheap at all, and they're not getting any cheaper. In fact, prices have only gone up. Think about how much you spent last time you visited a pharmacy with a serious health issue. A vial of insulin now costs around $300. A single 4-dose kit of Avonex is $7,000, and a year's supply of Humira for arthritis is close to $84,000. And that's just for alleviating the symptoms and not curing the health problem. By contrast, a natural approach often costs next to nothing. The Holistic Guide to Wellness offers you a natural, holistic approach. I want this book to empower regular people to take their health into their own hands and save some of that money, effort, and pain at an affordable price. So today, you can get your very own physical copy of the Holistic Guide to Wellness, Herbal Protocols for Common Ailments, complete anti-inflammatory meal plans, easy recipes to heal the immune system, and how to make an herbal apothecary at home for just a one-time payment of $37. The only way to take advantage of this offer is to click on the order button below. The Holistic Guide to Wellness, Herbal Protocols for Common Ailments was only printed in a limited edition. I really don't know if at the moment you are watching this, there are any more copies available. If you're still able to see the order button below this video, then it means I still have at least one copy left. Just scroll down, and if you see the button, click on it before they're all gone. Once you do, you'll be taken to a secure SSL encrypted checkout page where you can enter your payment details in complete safety. I'll never get access to them, as everything is fully automated through our payment processor, which uses not one, not two, but 3 layers of cybersecurity that no hacker or outside party has ever been able to infiltrate. After you receive your book, you'll have a full 60 days to put it to good use and start managing your health naturally. If at any time during those 60 days you are not completely satisfied with your purchase, send us an email and we'll give you back every cent. It's as simple as that. I'll never ask you why you've chosen to return the book, and I won't be anything but thankful that at least you gave it a try. That's my personal guarantee to you. This is a book that may help you and your entire family: mother, father, daughter, son, aunt, grandpa, or grandma. It may also enable you and your loved ones to do things that now may seem impossible. For me, it was just getting out of bed and walking. But for you, it may be something totally different, like remembering things better, improving your eyesight, climbing a flight of stairs without getting out of breath, bending over to tend the garden without experiencing pain, losing some extra pounds, managing blood sugar or blood pressure, sleeping better, supercharging your immunity, tackling autoimmune problems, or enjoying radiant, glowing skin, and much more. You can't put a price on good health and well-being. It's worth everything. Unlike pills and other conventional treatments that focus on symptoms, protocols target the root cause that is really causing them. Once you resolve the underlying issue, symptoms vanish on their own. On top of that, the natural remedies you'll discover inside my protocols will give you your energy back. Synthetic pills are metabolized by the liver as it tries to convert them into substances the body can freely absorb. As the liver works overtime, you'll become more and more tired. Most remedies don't have that effect, as they're completely natural and the body can use them right away without putting any extra strain on your liver. If you choose a more natural path to health, your body will get back to a natural state of balance. This state also means you'll focus better, be calmer, and deal with problems more efficiently. These days, I often find myself smiling for no particular reason, just because the natural way of living gives me so much happiness and mental peace that I feel completely connected with the world and the people around me. Things that greatly upset me in the past are now easily brushed aside. This joy and sense of belonging are things you must experience for yourself. And once you do, you'll probably wonder how on earth you managed to live any other way before. Being in good health means more than having a functional, pain-free life. It means getting to spend quality time with your loved ones, kids, and grandkids. It's about being there, being able to help when they need you most, and celebrating the most important moments of life with them, whether it's their first day of school or the day they leave for college, get married, or have kids of their own. In contrast, bad health means being a burden to your family. I know how it feels because I was there for many years, and I never want to go back to that. As you follow a holistic protocol, you can also expect to save a significant amount of money on expensive pills or now unnecessary doctor's appointments. You'll also slow down the aging process to some extent. We all age, but some people do it a lot faster than others. It's often because of all the toxins we absorb through the processed food we consume, lack of deep sleep, or being stressed out or depressed. My protocols will give your body a chance to regenerate. Right now, in my 50s, I look and certainly feel better than I did when I was years younger. But this external aspect is not even that important. What matters most is that every one of your internal organs, from your heart to your brain, will get a much-needed break and will begin to repair the damage accumulated over time. The day the Holistic Guide to Wellness, Herbal Protocols for Common Ailments, arrives on your doorstep is the day you can start changing your whole life for the better. You'll discover many new things that will enhance your existence, not just your health. All my life, I've studied and researched trying to improve myself as a person. I think we should never stop learning and trying to become better than we were yesterday. What better way to do that than by reading, absorbing, and putting to good use the knowledge found in a practical book like this? When this book was printed, I wanted it to be just as beautiful as it is helpful. Even if it was more expensive to print, I went with the best quality paper. The diagrams and pictures are clear and the colors vivid. And I chose a larger font that's easy to read. The book is also sturdy enough that you can take it with you wherever you want to go, and it will hold up over time. You'll be able to use it from day one for your health and that of your loved ones, and probably get to pass it on to future generations. The knowledge found inside this book is timeless because it's based on solid science, an internal healing mechanism that has not changed for thousands of years. Taking advantage of the Holistic Guide to Wellness, Herbal Protocols to Common Ailments, is probably the most important health decision you'll make this year. The way I see it, you have two choices right now. You could disregard everything I've told you so far and stay on the same path you've been on when it comes to healthcare. If I'd followed that same path, I'd probably still be bedridden today, or worse. You can sit and dwell on how unfair things are, or you can make a bad situation better. Using my protocols does not mean you have to stop taking your medications. It just means trying something different if what you've done so far hasn't provided the right answer. The second option is to let the healing knowledge I've acquired over 20 years help you and your family. I've done the hard work of researching and testing these protocols. Only the best ones made it into the book, the things that worked for me and for others, with science to back it. Our bodies have an incredible ability to repair damage and restore themselves when they're put in a healing state. Don't underestimate this power. Your body's healing mechanism can prove more effective than any drug if you'll just give it a chance and help it along the way by using these protocols. Don't wait for things to go from bad to worse, as I did, before you give these protocols a chance. Our health is our single most important asset. That's why we shouldn't put off taking care of it. The best time to start is right now. So my question is, are you ready to open a wonderful new chapter in your life and step into my world of holistic remedies? Click on the button below and order your own copy of this life-changing book today. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this presentation. Whatever you decide, I want to wish you and your loved ones many blessings and lasting health.